Dear students, good morning. So today let's continue with principles of selection. And if you can remember very well, last time the last video was on decision making. So after collecting all the necessary information, the breeder or the company has to make a decision. And we saw that the decision can either be that the best method should be selection, or crossbreeding, or a combine of the two methods. Fine. In case the decision is all about selecting, let's now go and review the principle for selection. Okay, so this figure presents here the progress of the trait during the selection process. Once the best of the best are selected and put together for reproduction, the performance of the offspring is being recorded over time till a maximum is achieved where the curve becomes constant. We see that this curve is logarithmic with a point of origin where we start having a uniform linear shape. So this uniform shape is called the origin of the plateau, and it corresponds to the coordinate points where the most effective selection is achieved with the optimal time and the maximum performance. So by achieving this point and recording it, the breeder or the breeding company avoids wasting time, resources and energy on all these dimensions. Okay, now this is for the principle. There are two types of selection identified based on the performance of the individual or its pedigree or the direction of the trait or the mean of the character under selection. Now, according to the performance of the individual or its pedigree, we can either have mass selection, that is based on the individual merit, or the pedigree selection, that is either based on the parent or ancestors merit or performance, the offspring, or individuals or parents for reproduction are selected based on the characteristics or the traits or their SIPs or collaterals. Now, for the second case, according to the direction, there are three situations. The first is conservative selection. So conservative selection is used to preserve a population, to present a genetic purity, and in this case the breeding system is a closed nucleus breeding system whereby there is isolation from other population. Okay, in such a situation there is a random sampling of the parental population, and after reproduction or mating we have a population with exactly or almost the same mean and standard deviation as that of the parent, but the amplitude or frequency of individuals increases. Okay, after conservative selection we have convergent selection. What is convergent one? So from two initial population, the individual at the intersection or the extremes of both population are selected and randomly bred together to create an intermediary population. Let's observe that here we have the creation of a synthetic population, that is a dual purpose population with intermediary performances among the performances of the two parental population. Okay, so this system is mostly used to combine within a breed aptitudes that are both found in both parental line in just one. So here we have dual or multi-purpose breeds or lines. The last type of selection now is the divergent selection. So what is divergent selection? Divergent selection is when the individuals at the extremes are selected from the same population to create two different and divergent lines, divergent based on their performances. For example, if we move from a chicken population, we have layer lines and we have broiler lines. So divergent selection is used when both characters are negatively correlated. For example, you will never see the best of the broilers being the best layer ever possible. It is impossible because both characters are negatively correlated. Now, from an initial chicken population, a layer line and a breeding line are separately obtained. Okay, so dear students, at this point in time, we'll have a break before we continue with the next item. So thank you for watching and see you very soon.